I'm going to be here for a minute. I might have to step away because I got an important phone call coming. Like not here, my sister getting an important phone call, and I gotta help talk. But um, we're gonna get through this. Fight the fairies. You fight those fairies. Yeah, we're gonna talk about these fucking fairies. Like um briefly. Uh yeah. Yeah, we got two shits on these fucking fruitcakes. And we got some AI news, some CIA shit, and hopefully we can find some random shit on some what's going on in the UK. Shouts out to my lovely goddess. Much love to my UK correspondent Vonta over there in the UK. 631 over there. 631. She's probably getting her a coffee ready. Get that coffee ready. Or she probably still watching my video. Like the last video I did called Just Listen. But grab your swishers and roll your blunts. Pull up your coffee cups. We about to talk about the fucking fairies today. Making it worse. I do got something on Stoma. Bet it up. Shouts out to Cyber Waffle. But let's cover that. It's on my other phone though. But for the time being, as a matter of fact, hold on. Damn, I didn't even set it up. Shouts out to everybody.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Thanks, computer. Prepare to engage. But start out with that track real quick. I hope my notifications went out. Chances are I probably didn't. But I hope everybody doing cool. Let's go.
Hurricane the Style Master. I'm Hurricane. Let me tell you a story of the glory, but you gotta hold my 40 for me. I was chillin' watching Rick and Morty, and my chick came through, and you know she was getting naughty. Dressed up, went to a party. So many drinks, I think I grabbed a Bacardi. We was gigging on the dance floor, but you know the cops just burst through the damn door. Me and her start blasting. Y'all didn't know that my girl is an assassin. Me and her laughing, jumping out the window, landed on the car. Why I think it was a Benzo, smoking on the endo as we roll out to the liquor store, then back to her house. She said that was hot, I said no doubt. Took off her clothes, then we fucked on the couch. Baby girl's an assassin. Yeah, my baby girl is an assassin. My baby girl is an assassin. Yeah, my baby girl is an assassin. Look, let me tell you another story. Chilling at the diner and the feds, they was coming for me. Baby girl told me load up. Civilians getting hit if they motherfucking don't duck. Cause you look like the game show, but the price is right, bitch, and you know what we came for. You chillin' back in your wheel of fortune. Me and my girl come through, bout to kill just to get a portion. Shoot your head, knock your brain in orbit. Body get contorted, guaranteed it'll be recorded. Hop in the car, man, baby, flow it. Put the pedal to the metal, best believe it, keep the streets scorching. Style master, keep the heat going. My girl roll the weed, and you know we gotta keep smoking. Baby girl wetter than the ocean. She said come here, so you know I gotta get up on it. Baby girl is an assassin. My baby girl is an assassin. Star blaster. My baby girl is an assassin. Star blaster. My baby girl is an assassin. Yeah, star blaster. My baby girl is an assassin. Star blaster. Baby girl is an assassin. Star blaster. Baby girl is an assassin. Star
There
blast.
go my baby.
My baby girl is an assassin. Star blasting.
You already know what it is. I hope I didn't catch you while you was at the end of the last live. You was probably at the end of it, or did you watch the whole thing? You probably had like 20 minutes left, 10 minutes left on the other live. Don't worry, you'll get back to it if you as soon as you can, We'll try to get these motherfucking get these lives out the way. And I might have to walk away from the phone real quick and holler at my sister when she get her phone call to take this important call with her. But we still gonna be going live. Hopefully the signal don't get fucked up. I hear it's gonna be trying to rain today. But much love to my UK correspondent. YouTube didn't notify you to this? Yeah, bullshit. And what's crazy is this is your new channel. You subscribe to me, you hit all notifications, but they're still not sending it out to you. That's some bullshit. You know, that's why I shoot you a message every time I can. You know, because like they do not want this out. And like real shit, everybody is a living proof on how they fuck with my fucking channel. But y'all go everywhere else, no problems. No problems at all. You know what I'm saying? You know. You know, but only the real content creators get that bullshit. They kicked JVJ out of his lives a couple times and shit. Kicked Charles out of his own live a couple times and shit, man. But like everybody else that's talking about that bullshit don't get that problem. You feel me? Yep. Fight those fairies. Fight those fairies. That's from the show Supernatural. I love that show. 15 seasons. 15 seasons. Yep. Hope you're having a great start of your week, though. Yep, I am. Because real shit, thanks to you. Elvis, thanks to you. And that's another year, another season where I can try to stack up some bread, do what I need to do. But it's like, man, I've been trying to look for a second job for like 3 fucking years. And it's just like, they do not want a motherfucker to work. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like, yep, if you get that second job, Jesse really gonna do some motherfucker shit. He really gonna get the fuck old and really start fucking shit up. Yeah. Because they know when we get this bread, when we get the bread, we can take care of ourselves. We can take care of the people that we with. You know what I'm saying? Build our community. They don't want us to have this motherfucking bread. They don't want us to have nothing. They want us to fucking rely on the government, rely on the bullshit. Or really want to get paid, you got to be a fucking faggot. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Fuck all that. Fight the fairies. These are the words of the day. We fight those fairies. Got to be a faggot to make it. Fuck out of here. Like I said, when I found out the motherfucking bullshit in the game and in the world, I was like, if the pinnacle of success is to be a celebrity or a fucking politician, then I'd rather seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for the rest of my fucking life. For real. And when it comes to something tangible, music, Vanta, and weed is all I need. Now, what we all need is a revolution against all this bullshit. But you already know what it is. Much love to my UK correspondent, Vanta.
Hi, I'm Amelia. I'm English, and I love England. I like having fish and chips and a pint at the local pub. I like Shakespeare and Dickens, Tolkien and Lewis,
Dickens.
Harry Potter. I like
You can't go wrong with a Deacon cider. Shakespeare and Dickens. Deacon cider. Want the Deacon cider? Wake up to a Deacon cider.
pork, sausage and dogs and fashion. Haram! Haram! But I don't like that. Brits are famously polite, but it mustn't mean we're willing to commit cultural suicide. Our institutions, the Church of England, the BBC, are a bunch of queers and nonces. How the bloody hell did we go from Churchill to you git? Sadiq Khan, the mayor, this London, mate, not Afghanistan or Star Wars. Our government won't even protect our schoolgirls from grooming gangs. Sod off, wankers! The police won't help. They're too busy confiscating garden tools and suppressing free speech.
That's right, miss. What have I done, officer? You tweeted rudely, and you're under arrest.
Curry is fine, but we have several recipes already. There are 50 Islamic nations in the world. Muslims don't need to be on our island. They want to conquer it. The government says it must be this way. That doesn't make it right, does it, Robin Hood?
No, my lady.
These dragons that threaten our England won't go away unless brave knights rise up to slay them. Or did all the British bloodlines with any bollocks get killed off in World Wars I and II? Englishmen! It's your country, and it's being taken from you. Chav? Posh? Doesn't matter. We're already all in this together. I don't want this to be the future of the women of England, and I'm sure the women of Iran and Afghanistan didn't want it either. Your ancestors beat the Spanish Armada, Napoleon, and the Nazis. Surely you can handle welfare tourists. History will record what you do, or don't do. Get cracking, lads. Love, Amelia.
That's right. We in the UK with it. This just popped up on my timeline, so let's check it out. I don't got it pre-recorded, so we're going to listen to this live together. Shout out to everybody. It's the HHN Special Report with my lovely UK correspondent, Vonta. You already know we're in the UK. All right, let me set it up.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Thanks, computer. I'm prepared to engage.
I'm going to start off this video very, very different. There you go. Parental controls are now set up on my phone. How long was that? This device can no longer
22 seconds. He just put on parental control on his phone.
access pornographic content online. I can't download anything from the App Store. I can't make payments. I can't sign up to new services unless PIN gets sent through to another device in the household, which basically means that I have to request approval to do those things. Now, if I was a child using this phone, I would be safe from 99.9% of the harms that present themselves online. Now, of course, I also have a laptop. But fortunately, with my internet router over there, I can just open the app for it and turn on parental controls. Therefore, I'm protected inside the house and outside the house from accessing adult material or anything that my parents wouldn't let me access. It's that simple. Online privacy should be treated like stranger danger warnings, says UK regulator. Parents are urged to treat children's online privacy as natural as teaching a child to cross the road or stranger danger campaigns, according to the Information Commissioner's Office, ICO. Now, we actually did cover this in a recent video. The main thing of the
YouTube blocked your signer comment. Ain't that a bitch? See, ain't that a bitch? They over here blocking my comments and they still putting the symbols next to y'all comments. Why is nobody else going through this? Why is nobody else going through what I'm going through right now when it comes to this situation with that goddamn symbol? I know people motherfucking comments be getting deleted and shit, man. But like, what about this symbol though? But like, shout out to Jordan. I think he put up a community post. I think I gotta repost Jordan's community post on my community post. But yeah, try to type in that comment again. See if you can do it again, because I know they do it the first time, but like, see if they'll do it the second time. And I know you didn't say nothing inappropriate. You didn't even type it inappropriately. It's the fucking AI monitoring comments, thinking that something is bad when it's not. Fuck, man, fuck YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Or maybe it's some bitch ass motherfucker behind the scenes that deleted and we don't even know it. Either way it go, fuck YouTube and fuck the haters. Son of a bitch. I just asked for a Deacon cider. That's all you said. All you wanted was a Deacon cider. Can't go wrong with a Deacon cider.
ICO has come out and said. But I wanted to make this video to really drive home one point. Around 22% of children have handed over personal information like health details to artificial intelligence tools, while nearly a quarter have shared their real name or home address online. Younger children, including 8 and 9-year-olds, appear to be most at risk. Cool. Set up parental guidance on their phone. And if you think it's too complicated, go back to the intro to this video. The survey also found that 35% of parents think their child would happily hand over personal details in exchange for game tokens or rewards. Cool. parental controls. Nearly half of the parents surveyed admitted they don't feel confident in protecting the children's online privacy. Another 44% said they're trying but aren't sure they're doing enough. Parental controls. And if you're guilty of not checking your child's privacy settings often enough, you're not alone. About 42% of parents admitted they probably don't spend enough time on this. You don't need to spend any time on it. It doesn't take long. But very quickly, if you are a legal adult and you would like to have a nice internet browsing experience and a secure internet browsing experience, make sure to check out Private Internet Access VPN at the link down below. With private internet access, you get
these fucking ads. I hate these fucking ads. I hate these fucking ads in the middle of some shit that already has ads. But it's very important, Vonta, get that VPN because UK is trying to monitor our messages, baby. They're trying to watch what we doing. And if anybody's in a fucking background lurking, hit that fucking like button, please. I know some people probably just want to be in the background listening. All right, cool. Let me take care of this.
4 months free and 86% off. And by simply turning the VPN on, you can change your location to one of 91 countries or even 50 US states if there's state-specific content you want to access, whether that be news or media. You can use your VPN to essentially travel to any country in the world. So make sure to use the link down below. Of course, it's the best way to support the channel. And let's get back to the video. Emily Keeney, the ICO's Deputy Commissioner, explained the internet offers amazing opportunities for children, but every click can leave a hidden data trail, and these digital footprints can last forever. Cool. Well, if you have parental controls turned on your child's device, it will stop them accessing websites that collects more data than necessary, things like cookie information and stuff like that. It turns all that off. So parental controls. We know that where children's details like their name, interests and pictures aren't protected, the potential risks are serious. Unwanted contact from strangers, grooming and radicalization. Parental controls. You can stop children from accessing Roblox, or you can set how many hours or how long they can access Roblox for. Dame Rachel D'Souza then made a comment saying that we all have a role to play in protecting children from these dangers, many which we as adults are also learning to navigate. Look, I understand fully that if you needed to have a 4 or 5 hour lesson on children's protections and how to protect your children online, I understand that many parents might not be able to have a half a day available to make that possible. But the reality is it is not that complicated. I know it's difficult me saying this as a young tech savvy person, but it's genuinely not difficult. There are full YouTube videos that show you how to set up all of this stuff. I think the British government are intentionally not doing their part. I've said this probably about 10 times on the channel, but following the BBC News for maybe a month or so, they could run a little 1-minute segment just showing you how to set up parental controls on your phone, or even better, your home internet router, and that would quell a large part of the problem. But the reason why the government aren't doing that is because they prefer the alternative, which is submitting identity documents to access parts of the internet, because it gives the UK government full traceability. And if you don't think they're using it for that, they requested backdoor access to Apple's encrypted data, and as a result, Apple just removed their encryption in the UK. So the British government can access everything you do through your iPhone. Now, the crazy thing is, and I did a dedicated video on this, but the British government have rolled out their consultation, their full consultation to see which is the best way to protect children online. And one of the things that they're testing is teaching parents how to set up parental controls. But they've said that if that proves to be the most effective measure, then they'll use that to introduce the social media ban that requires identification to access social media platforms. Yeah, I'm being deadly serious. They're trying an alternative, and if it works, they're going to do the thing that they wanted to do anyway. The first group will have parents use parental controls to completely block social media apps and attempt to mimic how the full ban would feel. And the reason why they're doing that is they're basically, in the case of the test, getting parents to act like the government, which, to be honest, if that method works, why do we need the government to manage people's ages that they access social media? Why can't parents just do it? Because they want your ID, boys and girls, they want your ID. Group 2 will have 1 hour daily cap on major social media platforms like TikTok, Snapchat and Instagram. The third group will face an overnight blackout with social media switched off between 9 PM and 7 AM. So you can still scroll a bit before and after school. The thing is, this is not tackling the harms. This is tackling the amount of usage, which, may present a harm, I'm not going to deny that, but the biggest harms is the content that children are accessing, which can be fixed with parental controls. And this is probably my favourite bit of the article because it's so bloody true. Mark Jones, Online Safety Act expert and criminal partner at Payne Hicks Beach, said the pilot appears too narrow, focusing only on screen time and curfews, which risks oversimplifying the problem. How young people spend their time online also matters, not just how long. Any social media ban could increase the risk of young people devising workarounds. And this is the fundamental problem with it. Keir Starmer is not in your house. So when there's a social media ban regulated from the government, a kid at home will find a way to get around it, whether it's through something like a VPN, whether it's through other methods, or even using things like the deep or dark web, they will find ways to get around it. But when your parents are the ones that set up all of the boundaries and limits, you can have conversations with your parents. Being caught by your parents working your way around some of these rules and regulations in the household is actually more scary than what the British government might do when you're a child. Trust me, kids should be more worried about their parents than Keir Starmer. But also, this allows modularity. technology. This allows parents to have the autonomy to basically decide, okay, Timmy's not 9 anymore, he's 14. Maybe we should allow him to play games for a little bit longer. Maybe we should allow him to talk to that one friend that he has on Roblox, which, by the way, the parental controls on Roblox mean that you can decide who your child talks to. But with a blanket social media ban, that's not possible. The government just takes the assumption that when everyone hits 16, that they are safe enough, mature enough, and adult enough to have full access to the internet, which, in my opinion, I think it should be gradual. You can't just basically deprive children of access to all of that and then drop them in on the deep end. That's where they do stupid shit online. That's where, because they're not having any education about online safeties because schools aren't teaching it, they're basically completely oblivious to the way the internet works, and at 16 years old, you drop them in the deep end. I'm telling you for a fact, that is a worse idea than what we have at the moment. Girl Guarding Chief Executive Felicity Oswald said that young people are clear that they don't think technology is safe. And actually, the biggest reason for that recently is because the government actually collecting data on it. However, they also recognise its benefits. It's crucial they are part of this important national conversation, especially girls who are often more likely to experience sexist and misogynistic online harms. Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about sexist and misogynistic online harms. I'd be worried about what creepy adults could do to them online. That's probably should be the biggest concern there. But the problem is I agree with that statement. They should be part of the conversation, but the government's not letting the children be part of the conversation. The consultation is with the parents. So yeah, children really don't have a say in this. So the government's review into the ban is expected to end in late May. Of course, I will cover everything that happens and go through their final report on what they found, because obviously what they find will determine what law comes into effect. So we'll make sure that we cover it in all detail, and any updates to this I will be covering on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed to see that. Personally, I feel like this is a slippery slope. We know that we can protect children with parental controls. It works. In fact, there's even a petition down below, which will be in my description section of this video, where basically, someone's petitioning to make sure that all internet routers that are shipped from their providers automatically have parental controls turned on, so parents can turn it off. That would fix 99.9% of the problem. And I think that's a good thing. Forget laws, regulations, all this shit. Just from protecting children, why do internet routers come fully unlocked? The reality is you should be unboxing your router, and on the back of the router, you should access that little IP address it gives you and just turn off parental controls if there's no children in your house. No ID, none of that shit. It should be purely down at a base level to parents being parents. Anyway, check out Private Internet Access VPN at the link down below, and I shall see you all in the next video.
I shall see y'all in the next video. Shouts out to everybody. Make sure y'all greet everybody on the way in. Say what up or say salute. Shouts out. Everybody in the building. Have a fantastic day. Shouts out. I think Sophia, come through, say what up. They probably get back into nature. Shouts out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get back on the phone again. Coming to find out, my sister's worker has been fucking changed. Shit has become automated. So now motherfuckers is getting automatic workers now. Like AI workers. They motherfucker through the AI in the food stamp program, y'all. No workers no more. Like first, motherfuckers at an office. Then during the scamdemic, motherfuckers had to work from home. And now motherfuckers are working from home, doing some clients, not a shitload of them. And the rest is going to automation. That shit pisses me the fuck off. So I'm waiting for a representative to call my sister back, and I'll be able to get back on the get back on the phone. But thank God that everything, thank the God of storms that everything is cool for now, that I found out this first half of information. I got my sister's new case number and shit to talk to the other people. So give me a minute. She got 31 callers ahead of her. Hopefully this shit get done before 3 o'clock, hopefully. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. On to the next one. Yep, all AI control too. Yeah. So like if the AI sees something, like if they fuck up, my sister car can get cut off at any point in time, and it'd be on them. And they're like, we don't know how to work the AI machine. This is a new system that they put in place. I don't know what to do. Yep, get ready for that shit. I know I got to get ready for it. My stamps is off until I motherfucking show some stamps and shit. I mean, not some stamps, so my check stubs, but since I just got back to work, I don't have no fucking check stubs, and they want 2. I'm only gonna start off with 1, so I'm gonna go another month without fucking food. This is where my job come in, where I gotta put up money for food or motherfucker hustle a little bit, try to keep some food, keep these fucking bills paid. Oh, motherfucker. But anyway, we still in the UK with it. The BAFTA Awards, we got some controversy, and y'all see my thumbnail. Fight the fairies.
Family and fellow soldiers.
Wait. Family and fellow soldiers. I gotta cut this one off first. Computer, set me up.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
There's your computer. Prepare to engage. Engage. Uh-oh. What you just send me, baby? You know you gotta put that in my community post. Put it under one of my comments too. Put it on one of my comments. Put it on one of my comments. And if anybody come in the chat, y'all click on that link and see what my baby talking about. You know that's my UK correspondent. You know she grabbed something good. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, baby. Tell me that you like it. I don't know if I thought about that song. I put it in your post. Oh, yeah. That's my baby. You know I love you.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth. The Bastard Awards, the BAFTAs, is still dealing with the fallout of the racist stunt that they pulled at their so-called
Mr. Robots doing drunken. Oh, yeah. From the motherfucking live that I did. You caught him. Yeah, with the engine AI, or is that the other one? The other one. I forgot the other name. That's doing that shit. It's on the tip of my tongue. Pause. She professional on my tongue. She's caught up. Give me some sugar right there on my tongue. Right there on my tongue. But yeah, thanks, babe. Them motherfuckers doing drunken boxing. Doing backflips and cover. Yup. It was in China. Because I know I talked about engine AI, and it was the other one that was doing the drunken boxing and the routine with the flips and shit at the concert. Not concert, but like whatever shit that they was doing. Like if they would have fucked up, it would have been the embarrassment of China. That shit was perfect. It was perfection. It was, in the words of Homeland, it was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yes, the T800. Yeah, baby. We ready for these bots, baby. We gotta change our bullets, baby. We gotta get some EMP bullets. We're gonna take them out. We're gonna get some EMP bullets and some EMP grenades, allegedly. And our swords are gonna be frequency capability with electricity. It's gonna be frequency blade. This shit gonna cut through buildings like butter, baby. We gotta get it together. We fighting the robot motherfucking army. While niggas running around like chickens with their head cut off, don't know what to do. But me and you know what to do, Vonta. You know what to do, Bonnie and Clyde style. You dig? Let's get back to these BAFTAs.
People into thinking that they're contrite, but nobody's fooled, at least not the black people who they need to fool, who are in the U.S., by the way. They've seen how the grassroots has reacted, specifically in the United States, and they're worried that maybe, just maybe, the same black American actors who were talking about Oscars so white a few years back will now start saying boycott the BAFTAs. So what we're seeing is the Brits are trying to get out in front of that. Enter China McQueen. Ugh, what a horrible choice of phrase. For those of you fortunate enough not to know, China McQueen is a transgender performer from Jamaica, specifically Montego Bay, which is why this person is now over in Britain, who embraced them with open arms. Because this person fits the image of what they want to give to the rest of the world about black people. And now the white media is trying to make this person into a thing, trying to hype him up. We're going to go ahead and promote this person. Now, this China McQueen individual was in a show called Get Millie Black. And apparently this is something that the people in Britain, at least, are trying to hype up, and they're trying to make this into an important work of artistic merit. Now, in an interview with Channel 4, this McQueen individual was asked about the role that they had in Get Millie Black, and the only thing that they focused on was the LGBT aspect. Apparently that's the only thing that they thought was important. McQueen didn't say anything about the actual show itself, and neither did the interviewer, so obviously it couldn't have been that important. But what McQueen did point out was that there is a strong, vibrant, and widespread LGBT community in Jamaica, especially the Gully Queens.
Parachuting, yup.
The interviewer asked McQueen how McQueen got the role, and McQueen's answer was, quote,
how did you get this role? And McQueen's answer was, what? Channel 4 is a super woke channel. Yeah, we got a Channel 4 over here. We got Channel 2, 4, 7. Yep. And 62. 2, 4, 7, and 62. Yeah, when it comes to news and propaganda, but I'm like, wait a minute, do we got a woke channel? We probably do. I just don't know. Thousands of channels, ain't nothing on.
Was at a queer art exhibition in Jamaica, and a casting agent named Nadine ran up to me saying there's a project out now, and she knew I'd be fit for one of the roles, even though I've never done acting before. So I said, I'm going to give it a go.
So basically, she was in a spot in Jamaica. An agent walked up to her and said, you will be good for this role. Let's go. But damn, I think my past self is going to be saying some shit. I'll let my past self talk.
Oh, isn't that something? This person was at a so-called art exhibit, and some casting agent just happened to be there and ran up to them because they thought this person would be perfect for a role on television, even though, by their own admission, McQueen had never acted in their entire life. And yet, you got this agent here.
And that's crazy. You know, it's like, goddamn, I'm heavily talented.
Thank you, Farm.
I've been to many open mics, been to many shows. Where's the agent, the motherfucker, holla at me? I'm even online. I'm like, yo, hit me up. You know they care about, you need to motherfucking social units in the streaming service. But you gotta not put out no motherfucking revolutionary shit. You gotta put out some shit. You gotta put out some bullshit in order for you to get the streaming hits. You gotta have some merch, some bullshit ass merch. That's the only way you get on. What happened to motherfucking hearing the nigga talent? Because I floated my shit all over the goddamn place. But like when it came to the streaming services, it's like they don't want my revolutionary music on it, but like they have some bullshit. Okay, fuck y'all. And plus there's some motherfuckers at the motherfucking streaming services still haven't paid a lot of people back yet. Spotify, United Masters, a whole bunch of other motherfucking shit. You know, that's fucking people over. So what's the point of going streaming? You get less than a penny. You got to get billions and billions of views and motherfucking hits in order to really get some real money. So, like, is money really in streaming? Why is y'all looking for motherfucker to sell some hits? And you know, dog, it's going to take forever and a half to motherfucking get there. This is just another way to gatekeep people from making it. So, I'm from Detroit, and this is what we do, nigga. We kick open the fucking door. We start our own business, create our own websites, and when we get our money on the local scene, we get our money from the people, and then as soon as y'all bitch ass, hoe ass gatekeepers or motherfuckers start trying to recognize those, oh yo, let's hit you up. Nah, nigga, fuck you. I'm not working for you. You're gonna work together. I'm gonna work with you. You're gonna be a partner. You know what I'm saying? Unless you about to cough up some money, yo, dog. You a talented motherfucker. Here's a meal. Join my label. Don't got to worry about no bullshit, no fuckery. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get you on stage, get you rehearsing, and get you paid. What happened to that? OG. What happened to having my own creative freedom and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? But
much love.
I'm ignorant to some parts of the of this so-called new industry. But like what I hate about what's going on now when it comes to gatekeepers and payola and shit, or just like motherfuckers, just like they know I'm cold, but there's some bitch ass motherfuckers that's talking to motherfuckers and saying don't don't sign it. That going on. 2, a label have to be like, damn, I'm gonna take a risk if I sign this guy. They think like that. I'm taking the risk because they care about what other people think. And the others are caring about what the government gonna say. But I digress.
This person would be perfect for a role on television. Now, what does that tell you? This McQueen character wasn't chosen because of their acting skill. Acting was completely and thoroughly irrelevant. They were clearly chosen for something else. Identity politics, anyone? This is the white media's version of it. And this gives you a little window into how the white media really decides who gets what roles, who they put in front of the camera, and why they do it. I warned you, told you about Coleman Domingo years back. It was obvious to me from the very jump that the white media was putting together a plot to push this guy to the masses and try to hype him up as being the next big thing. But when you looked at everything his name was attached to, when you looked at what he was supposed to be so skilled at, the only thing he or the white media talked about was LGBT. Right. That's it.
Right. Fuck the MSL. And the only thing they could talk about this new guy was the LGBT. The motherfucker that played the doctor. Only thing they cared about is he's a black gay guy. Can this motherfucker act? The answer is no. The answer is no. They was having shows and they was interviewing people. And the questions was crazy. Like, how does it feel to make a gay series? Like, it's awesome. It's like, what? I forgot what it was, but the motherfucker asked the question like, should I feel to have a gay series, or how does it feel to show off the representation? It's like, man, all y'all care about is the motherfucker being black and the motherfucker being gay. Y'all don't care about his acting. Motherfucker can't act worth a shit. And one, you picked a faggot doctor. This motherfucker dancing with a dress on, kissing dudes, fighting trans villains. Now that's the show. Y'all see my thumbnail? Fight the fairies. I'm fighting them, y'all. You fight those fairies, Sam. So, behind the scenes, when we gave, let's just say, bad reviews on what the fuck we saw, way before the episode was even about to be pushed, we was like, this ain't about to go right. We gave the female doctor a chance. I did. Well, at least the first 2 seasons. I ain't watched that third one. I ain't watched that third season. I said, fuck that shit. I gave the doctor a chance. Couldn't watch that third season. That shit fucked my whole fucking world up. The end of the second season fucked my world up. I love the master. The master was the shit. And the old man, Graham, he was the shit. He was the reason why I kept watching Doctor Who. And the black guy, which is the son of the white guy, Graham, because Graham was with a black lady. So I guess you already had a son. And the son was kind of awkward, kind of a weird a little bit, but he was all right. She grabbed a cop that didn't want to be a fucking cop. Like, bitch, go to work. The worst cop ever. And she was mostly a plank most of the time. Not acting. Except for the episode, I think she was with Nikola Tesla or some shit like that. I liked that episode. She was really doing something. Mandy Gibb or some shit like that. Maggie Gibb, but I forgot her real name. But then they try to create some type of lesbian affection between her and the doctor. Get the fuck out of here. Now, Peter Capaldi, before the female doctor, his last companion was a black chick that was a lesbo. She died horribly. Horribly. Motherfucking alien put a hole in her ass the size of a CD. And this bitch woke up as a Cyberman, being fucked with by the master. And when the doctor finally made it to her, because like they was on some type of planet, and time dilation was a factor. So by the doctor being on the spaceship, and what was her name in the show? Her name was Billy. She was like on the planet. So like the time dilation was crazy. So man, like, it was crazy when oh my God, when the doctor finally like met up with her. She really thought she was herself, but she was a fucking Cyberman. I was like, oh my God, this is peak cinema right here. And I love Peter Capaldi's speech when the aliens, Zygon, the motherfucking shape-shifting bitch, was going against the human, and they both was getting ready to push the button and destroy each other. And the doctor, like, yo, he gave that speech. I loved it. I fucking loved it. Peter Capaldi. Shit dies after Peter Capaldi. But yeah, it's more about the writer's political views than entertainment. Now, yes, exactly. And no one has the balls, or what I say, no one has the bullocks. Pause again for safety. No one has the bullocks to motherfucking say this is horrible writing. And then you break it down why it's horrible because you are a good fucking writer, and they still will probably fire you or throw your ass in the headlines as a homophobe. I'll be that. Y'all don't want to address the issue? This is supposed to be a motherfucking sci-fi adventure show. Now you're turning into goddamn motherfucking early morning school. No one wants to be lectured. Man, but when they added the pronouns in the new Doctor Who, I was like, oh my God. But I forgot to go back to what that motherfucking black fruitcake said. Behind the scenes, that motherfucker told us to touch grass. Y'all don't like this shit? Don't watch. Go touch grass. Grass is undefeated, everybody. World War Z was a cool movie. His role before Doctor Who was as a doctor for the Who. World War Z.
Simply said that he's LGBT and that there need to be more TV shows and movies that have black LGBT figures in them. And for the most part, when it comes to Hollywood, they prioritize that. This guy doesn't put butts in seats at the movies, and when it comes to attracting a television audience, he can't draw flies, much less viewers. And yet the white media hyped him up for a good long while there, giving him all of these glowing headlines. Oh, he's going to be playing Bayard Rustin. There's another individual whose name we know for absolutely no reason. Interesting how you can always have a story about black people, but you got to make sure that there's some sort of LGBT angle to it, and it has to be a prominent one. But they never have an LGBT story that they shoehorn legitimate blackness into. But I bring up Coleman Domingo merely to emphasize the point that we've been here before. So China McQueen is this year's Coleman Domingo. However, you can't put a tool out in front to be the crash dummy without credentializing them first. And that's where so-called awards come from. And now apparently the BAFTAs is doing their little TV presentation, and that's where China McQueen's getting all of these headlines from. Because China McQueen isn't willing to do any sort of criticism, certainly not about the open, blatant racism that we saw at the BAFTAs a couple of months ago. So, oh yeah, let's go ahead and give this person an award, because under white supremacy, that's how you bestow instant credibility onto someone. Under white supremacy, that's how they give someone instant legitimacy to be their tool. You should listen to what this person says. Why? Look at their credentials. Yeah, credentials given to them by the most corrupt people in the society. And we're being told that this McQueen character, who up until recently had never acted in their entire lives, is apparently somebody who we should listen to on the issues of the day, I suppose. Or at least when it comes to what we watch for entertainment. That's how the white media operates. They give someone an award and claim this award is only given to people because they did thus and so. That is so meritorious and so valuable, and this award is given in recognition of their contributions to blah, blah, blah. If there's...
To me, award shows ain't nothing but a big circle jerk. Pause. I gotta say pause. There's a big fucking people just glazing each other. Hey, good movie. Yeah, your movie was good too. Yeah, bitch. It's a big fucking circle jerk. And this is why they have the comedians to do the hosting. because the comedians bring motherfuckers back down to reality. Like, what's his name? Ricky Gervais. That motherfucker, Ricky Gervais, bro. His speech that he gave at the motherfucking award show is going to be remembered forever. They say, get up here, grab your award. Don't give no political speech because you don't qualify for this shit. Grab your award, say your thank yous, and sit the fuck down in so many words. Ricky Gervais, on a Chris Rock situation, it was like Chris Rock ain't even tell a motherfucking good joke. It was mild at most. But I would have talked about the motherfucking August Alsina boyfriend situation. I would have had everybody in that bitch laughing. That G.I. Jane joke was horrible to some people, mild to some, and outdated to most. Nobody remembers G.I. Jane unless y'all remember Demi Moore. If y'all fuck with Demi Moore, y'all remember Demi Moore from the movie Ghost, from the movie Striptease, and from the movie G.I. Jane. And my guilty pleasure, yes, I'm about to say it. I do have a guilty pleasure movie. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. Demi Moore was the bad guy. With her MILF ass. She knows she a MILF. She pulled Ashton Kutcher young ass. Demi Moore. Facts, Eric. Thank you, baby. That's why you my UK correspondent, my number one.
One word that accurately sums up the white media's awards, it would certainly be prestigious. That's definitely the perfect word for it.
Prestigious. They always say that. But he about to break down what prestigious means. And this is what most people have it. And I'm glad he brought up the movie that he about to say. Because I love the movie Prestige. Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale. Man. That was a good fucking movie. Check it out if y'all can. The Prestige.
I've told you for years now that the word prestige comes from Latin root word prestigii, which means conjuring tricks. In late Latin, they use the word prestigium, which means...
Yeah, conjuring tricks. So, going back to the Will Smith slap that was heard across the world, which leads back to the motherfucking shit being a goddamn show. Because one, Will Smith didn't get arrested for assault, and the motherfucker didn't get sued. Those two factors are very fucking important. Very important. This is when I knew immediately that slap was an attack on free speech and freedom of expression. And I had a prediction. I should be Professor Zhang in this bitch. I had a prediction that after this incident, people are going to try to go on stage and start attacking comedians. And what do you know? Motherfuckers that was going on a local scene, motherfuckers had to hit a bitch with a guitar, motherfucker had to push kick a motherfucker, and the motherfucking comedian had to pull a gun out on a heckler. That's how serious it got. But you know what the media wanted to motherfucking show? The Chappelle incident. Nigga ran up on stage and that nigga got fucked up. That nigga got fucked up. That's what the media wanted to show. But I was following what was going on the local scene. The whole movie industry is on its way out. Oh, yeah. I got to show the movie industry. I'm going to do that right after this live because I think it's going to be separate because I got to make it separate. I got to make it separate because I already got too much stuff already. Shit is kind of long. Pause. But I keep it long for you, baby. Sorry. Anyway.
Illusion. That's where the movie The Prestige got its title from. It was a movie about two dueling magicians played by Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. Every magic trick has three parts, and the part where you present the final illusion is called the prestige. And this is important because awards are seen as prestigious. But as you can see, that word means illusion.
Yeah, the word means an illusion. So yes, the slap may have been real, but the shit was all staged. Because mind you, Chris Rock and Will Smith are what? Actors. Sorry.
Importance that people assign to these things is not real, but they treat it like it is regardless. And that goes back to the original meaning of the word prestige, from the word prestigii, which means conjuring tricks. This is what the white media does. It conjures tricks when it tries to take its tools and get you to admire them and to give them credibility. This is why, as the black media, we use the phrase conjuring magic when we talk about how the white media tries to trick you into believing things that aren't true simply because they said it. Because the white media is...
Yeah, it's called the fucking news. Propaganda and shit. Look up the Smith-Munt Act. M-U-N-D-T. Munt. Not month. M-U-N-D-T. Munt. Smith-Munt Act. Where they could just lie to you, the media.
As prestigious, largely because they've spent decades pushing the propaganda.
And shouts out to Ellie. Shouts out to Ellie. You already know what it is. Like, she the one that always put the emphasis on it too. She catch my blind spots on the news also. Shout out to Ellie. You know, she pop up once every blue moon when she can. But yeah, she covered the motherfucking news that I miss. And I'm like, this is very important. And she throw the links in the chat for you to go look it up and read for yourself. And shouts out to her and her co-host. Like, they be doing some shit called I think the Shit Show or some shit like that. You know, they had a couple shows together. Not a couple, that's two. You know, they had, you know, like multiple shows, a lot of shows together. But it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And I met Ellie through Low Key. Shout out to Low Key, because like Low Key started it all. Like, it was through Low Key. I met Ellie, Ocean, Jordan, Sean, Cosma, Rich T, you know, everybody. John Orrs, everybody. You know, like that was the beginning, but like outside of the main circle, I'm into the esoteric. I talk to a lot of artists, producers, engineers, and people that got their own podcasts and shit. You know, they get to go out there and like test the waters and shit, you know, using my podcast etiquette. My revolutionary podcast etiquette. But it feels good, you know, and shout out to Low Key, because like that was the first platform I ever joined and chatted, you know, to get my confidence up when I go out here into the world and start doing these podcasts and interviews. So like, it was cool training. You know what I'm saying? Now shit, I can go anywhere. I've been on Philly panel, Smoke panel, Troop Zone panel, JVJ. Shouts out to JVJ Network all day. And it's because Low Key, I met opposite from the north. Shouts out to Big Op. And Op put me up on JVJ. So I was like, bet it up. You know what I'm saying? Everything leads back to Low Key. And how about Low Key? It was because Corey Holcomb did some shit on this show with Zoe Williams, and they had like a little beef and altercation, and plus everybody was giving their take on it. And like the people that stood out was Low Key and a cat named Jazzbo the Reaper. You know, so I subscribed to both. You know, I was like, bet it up. I subscribed to Jasper because like he left the comment. I'm like, what? Why don't we go to your channel? And I'm like, all right, it's OG motherfucker, right? And but like Low Key, what made me subscribe to him when he was like, you know, he was talking about the situation, and then he came to the final conclusion. It's like, man, fuck both of those niggas. I was like, I'm subscribing. But yeah. You know, just call this shit down the middle. In this corner, Zoe Williams. In that corner, Corey Holcomb. Now let's break down both of these motherfuckers and come to our final conclusion. Fuck both of these niggas. And he was fucking right. He was right like a motherfucker. Because Zoe Williams blocked the fuck out of me when I went to his shadow. Blocked the fuck out of me, man. They dude call himself the voice of reason and shit, right? That's what he called himself, the voice of reason. I was like, voice of reason sometimes. I said, you said you're the voice of reason sometimes. I got blocked for that. I'm like, I'm just saying what you said. These are your words. I ain't curse. I wasn't being sarcastic. I'm just saying, I'm just typing in the same words you said. But what made me hate Zoe Williams was this. This motherfucker said he's not coming back to the Corey Holcomb show out of integrity, right? And it's good to motherfucker leave with your integrity intact. Okay, cool. I respect that. But the bitch nigga popped up with another comedian named Michael Coyer. And I'm like, nigga, you could have just dropped them off and drove off. You could have dropped that motherfucker off and drove the fuck off. That shit was awkward as hell. He went to other platforms saying he's not coming back. Went to other platforms saying he's not coming back. On his own platform, he said he's not coming back. His friend Jeff Brown defended Zoe. So it's like, yo, shit wild. But yeah, fuck both of those motherfuckers. Can't fuck with Zoe because he don't stand on his word. And what I hate about him is he come off as an intellectual, but you're not really intellectual. You're intellectually enough, but not fully. But shouts out to you, dog. You got a radio station. Now you are the voice of reason and playing a lot of old school track. I listen to the old school shit because I fucks with that music. But it's been a minute since I've been to Zoe's platform. I'm like, shit, like after he blocked me, I was like, fuck him. And that was like 3 years ago. 4 years ago, probably. I think it was 4 years ago. As a matter of fact, like when that Corey incident, damn. I think that's like 5 years ago. Shit.
And that they tell the truth, and they're so trustworthy. It's all a con. Giving awards under white supremacy is a way that they conjure magic. And in this case, instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, they pull this fool out instead. These days, McQueen is bragging that they're going to be keeping busy in New York. So already the white media is like, okay, you've proven your worth in Britain as far as selling the soap goes. Now we're going to have you working in New York in the United States, where you'll be portraying foundational Black Americans, no doubt. As McQueen puts it, 1 or 2 casting directors have already started reaching out about upcoming projects, and I'm getting ready to meet them. So I'm excited to see where things go. This is all just a blessing. Well, that's certainly reassuring now, isn't it? Because the last time we heard McQueen talking about someone wanting to cast them for a project, it had nothing to do with experience. At least this time around, McQueen can claim to have 1 role under their belt. But this is the white media picking and choosing who the winners are. Because with the unparalleled wealth that white power stole, they can easily throw a few wooden nickels at their chosen tools. We saw this with Hannibal Buress after he set in motion the lynch mob against Bill Cosby. That clown got 1 or 2 make-work gigs from the white media and ain't been heard from since. But this is how white power keeps the wannabe bootlicks chasing that carrot. Show them 1 or 2 sellouts and suck-ups who seem to have their star on the rise, claim that if they just play ball, then the floodgates will open and opportunities will come their way, and you'll have a bumper crop of morons who'll be out there ready to break their necks to do masses bidding. This is white power once again trying to bestow absolution on itself. That's what the BAFTAs are attempting to do now. They're attempting to declare, okay, we have investigated ourselves and found that we did nothing wrong. And now we've also found that everybody just needs to move on. Nobody's holding it against us because we said so. They've enlisted some attention-starved creep who has no background to speak of in acting, and yet this is the individual who you can bet is going to be vouching for them. Someone who none of us had ever heard of, and of course they're an intersectionalist. Intersectionalism is a Trojan horse for anti-Black racism. Yep. All of the people who claim it can't wait to deny that racism exists, and they spend all their time making excuses for anti-Black racism and attacking us. What the Brits are hoping for is that if people see this clown saying that they're so proud to get a BAFTA award, then hopefully more suck-ups are going to come begging for acceptance from the white media too. This is happening so soon after the entire racist John Davidson episode because they're desperate and trying to use some bought and paid for fool as their crash dummy. They're testing the waters to see what other people will see this and feel that it's safe to start sucking up. They'll have more than a few in Britain, unfortunately, but they know it will be more difficult with black talent in the US unless they have an immigrant background like, say, China McQueen and already get them some work in New York.
Yep.
And this is why we don't follow or listen to black celebrities. When it comes time to stand on business, in too many cases, they're MIA. They're already hard at work now, trying to lay the groundwork to say that, see, we got plenty of Negroes who are willing to say that I'm proud to get a BAFTA award. See, they're not holding that whole little N-word incident against us. They've moved on over here in Britain. And by the way, there's a few of those Negroes over there in the United States who have also moved on. Never mind the fact that we had to transplant some of them like McQueen to New York. Well, but McQueen is still in the United States, so that counts though, doesn't it? That's the game that they're trying to pull. Now, to be sure, black empowerment doesn't hinge on whether or not black celebrities of all people are going to actually form a united front against the racism from the BAFTA Awards and the BBC in general. But what it does mean is that as a black grassroots, we remember whenever these incidents go down, who are the Negroes who are the very first ones who can't wait to crawl on their bellies? I have yet to see any black American actor who's actually declared that they're not going to have anything to do with the BAFTA Awards after this. Sure, there's been some words of criticism and some zingers that have been thrown at them, but I still haven't seen anybody who's openly declared BAFTA Awards, I'm through with them for life. Apparently, there's more than a few Negroes in Hollywood who have decided that they want to keep that particular door open.
Exactly. I didn't hear Idris Elba. He's a black British guy, half Jamaican, I think. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of motherfuckers here that's from over there across the pond. They ain't saying shit. And even the black American doctors ain't saying shit. Like, fuck it. Because if I say something, I'm going to lose my money. And this is why I say, if being a celebrity or a politician is the pinnacle of success, I rather seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, overstanding, understanding for the rest of my life. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to get paid for my talents, and I will get paid for my talents. But it would not be from these evil fucks. I'm going to get it from the people that actually care about my content. And the great thing about my content is this. Here's the great thing about revolutionary content. Because when the shit hits the fan, and it will, it already has. As a matter of fact, shit hit the fan the moment colonization started. So when the shit hits the fan in the eyes of these NPCs, they're going to be looking to revolutionary content. This is why I say my music would be the soundtrack for the revolution. Because at the end of the day, they're killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through disease. They're brainwashing us through propaganda and music. The three forms of mind control is repetition, trauma, and symbolism. When you listen to my revolutionary music, what do you hear all the time? Fuck the government. That's repetition. There's a method to my madness. I know what I'm doing. Trauma. Number 2, to make you see what the fuck going on, what's going on in your life, and show you, tell you. And the symbolism. Number 3. I don't think I have a symbol. But if my name is the hurricane, you already know what the hurricane symbol is. Through all my artwork. That's where my art comes in. Because I am into music, art, and literature. I'm going to get paid somewhere. I'm throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks. Everybody else on YouTube is wearing a mask. Like, except for the loyal fans that come here. But most motherfuckers are wearing a mask. And they got to put on the front every day. Drain their energy and lie every day. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. But be authentic, genuine, giving you real truth, real facts. Sometimes I'm all over the world with it, but most of the time I'm in the United States and the UK. Because, you know, they seem to do the same fucking shit around the same fucking time for some reason. And sometimes they always a week behind or a month behind. The way they do it in the UK is forced. Over here, they want to make it look like a convenience. Come on and get this digital ID. It'll be good for you. Over there in the UK, they're like, get this digital ID, bitch, or you won't work. Or some shit like that. Hashtag Starmer is a wanker. You know I have to say it, Vanta.
Because if you go calling yourself wagging your finger at white people in the white media in Britain, well, the white folks who run the white media in the U.S., they identify with those racists a hell of a lot more than they ever would with a black person. And they might decide, you're wagging your finger at them today. Guess you figure you'll be wagging it at us tomorrow, huh? But this is what the Brits are trying to do to call themselves rehabilitating their own image. Get themselves some front Negro who's going to bestow absolution on them. These good white folks gave me an award, so they're all right. I mean, they weren't calling me the N-word, so I don't really hold anything against them. That's what the scam is.
Yep.
And this
they ain't called me a nigga, so it got nothing to do with me. It has a lot to do with you, whether you know it or not. Kanye West said it. The old Kanye West before he was Kanye West. Oh, Kanye West. I'm going to use that. Oh, I just thought about this at the top of the dome. But if somebody already said it before I did, shouts out to you. But I'm going with Kanye West. And Gucci Man LaClone. I quoted that too. But what I was about to say. Hold on. I got to go back to what he said.
We remember whenever these incidents go down, who are the Negroes who are the very first ones who can't wait to crawl on their bellies? I have yet to see any Black American actor who's actually declared that they're not going to have anything to do with the BAFTA awards after this. Sure, there's been some words of criticism and some zingers that have been thrown at them, but I still haven't seen anybody who's openly declared BAFTA awards, I'm through with them for life. Apparently, there's more than a few Negroes in Hollywood who have decided that they want to keep that particular door open. Yeah, because if you go calling yourself wagging your finger at white people in the white media in Britain, well, the white folks who run the white media in the U.S., they identify with those racists a hell of a lot more than they ever would with a black person. And they might decide, you're wagging your finger at them today. Guess you figure you'll be wagging it at us tomorrow, huh? But this is what the Brits are trying to do to call themselves rehabilitating their own image. Get themselves some front Negro who's going to bestow absolution on them. These good white folks gave me an award, so they're all right. I mean, they weren't calling me the N-word, so I don't really hold anything against them. That's what the scam is. And this McQueen character, their career is going to be short-lived, but between now and then, expect the white media to try to pretend as if this person is important somehow. And the BAFTA award that this McQueen character is supposed to be in the running for, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but if they've got a category for most shameless tool, then this McQueen character definitely gets my vote. Good day, and be one.
You already know what it is. You fight those fairies.
Hey, dude, what happened? Hey, dude, what happened? Sam, hey, what am I supposed to do? Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies! Fight the fairies! Dude, what happened?
One more time.
Hey, dude, what happened? Sam, hey, what am I supposed to do? Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies! Fight the fairies!
One more time. One more time.
Hey, dude, what happened? Sam, hey,
Hey.
what am I I supposed to do? Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies!
You're getting arrested.
Fight the fairies!
Oh man, that episode was funny as fuck. But here's why Supernatural is so good. I got a clip, and there's so many clips of this shit. So many clips of great scenes of Supernatural. But I have a scene where Dean Winchester, when I said, fight those fairies, he meets Death, the Grim Reaper, the Reaper. And they have a conversation. Man. This show is awesome. Let's go.
Join me, Dean. The pizza's delicious. Sit down. Took you long enough to find me. I've been wanting to talk to you.
I'm gonna say, mixed feelings about that. So is this the part where you kill me?
You have an inflated sense of your importance. To a thing like me, a thing like you, well, think how you'd feel if a bacterium settled your table and started to get snarky. This is one little planet, one tiny solar system, in a galaxy that's barely out of its diapers. I'm old, Dean. Very old. So I invite you to contemplate how insignificant I find you. Eat.
You're giving him a slice of pizza. You gave Dean a slice of pizza and told him to eat. Good.
As old as God. Maybe older. Neither of us can remember anymore. Life, death, chicken, egg. Regardless, at the end, I'll reap him too.
God? You'll reap God?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
God will die too.
God will die too.
Just a bit.
So then why am I still breathing? Sitting here with you. What do you want?
The leash around my neck. Off. Lucifer has me bound to him. Some unseemly little spell. He has me where he wants, when he wants. That's why I couldn't go to you. I had to wait for you to catch up.
This is a cool scene. I know, baby.
He made me his weapon. Hurricanes, floods, raising the dead. I'm more powerful than you can process, and I'm enslaved to a bratty child having a tantrum.
And you think I can unbind you?
There's your ridiculous bravado again. Of course you can't. But you can help me take the bullets out of Lucifer's gun. I understand you want this.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to give it to you.
To give it to me?
That's what I said.
What about
Chicago. I suppose you can stay. I like the pizza.
Woo! I suppose you can stay. I like the pizza.
There are conditions. Okay, like? You have to do whatever it takes to put Lucifer in his cell.
Whatever it takes.
Of course, whatever it takes. That's the plan. No plan, not yet. Your brother, he's the one that can stop Lucifer, the only one.
Woo! It's like your brother's the only one that can stop Lucifer, the only one. But oh my God. Dean was like, man, like, what about Chicago? Like, nigga, I spare it. I like the pizza. Like, this is the Grim fucking Reaper. And it's a massive storm going on outside. Man, oh my God, I love to see. This is Sam and Dean, the brothers. They need the 4 rings of the horsemen of the apocalypse. Lucifer is bringing in the apocalypse as we speak. And he had a way to motherfucking make Death do his bidding. And Death couldn't get to Dean. So he had to wait for Dean to come to him, even though they're going after the rings anyway. Pestilence, Wrath, War, those motherfuckers was crazy. Pestilence, that shit made me motherfucker want to not watch that goddamn episode. If y'all know what Pestilence is, Jesus fucking Christ. The War was pretty cool. Famine, oh man, what's it Famine? Wait. War, Famine, Pestilence, and Death. Okay, yeah. Famine was crazy. Famine was fucking crazy. But this one right here, Death pulls up in the old school. Death pulls up in the old school. Let me show you his entry music. He motherfucking pulls up in the old school, start walking up the street. A man bumps his shoulder, like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Death just turns his head. You know how Gonna Brush Your Shoulders Off? Y'all remember that Brush Your Shoulders Off song? Or it's like, yeah, brush your Death brushed his shoulder slowly. And the man that bumped his shoulder fell to the fucking ground and died. I was like, oh my God. But the song that was playing during that scene, oh my fucking God, hold on. Where is that? I love this fucking song. I love it too. 1 minute, 18 seconds. But the song is like a 4-minute song. Like the whole song is like 4 minutes and 58 seconds. But the original from the Supernatural show, when he pulls up, I love it. I love dude pulled up with the old school with the mother, man. I think it had like the fish fingers on
The
it.
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
I love this fucking shit.
Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad. Won't you spare me over another?
Woo! So cold, baby.
But what is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me?
Walking sound.
When God is gone and the devil takes hold, who will have mercy on your soul? Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad. My name is Dad and the end is here.
Woo! My name is Death and the end is here. That's my shit. Have you heard the Four Horsemen by Aphrodite? Oh, trippy track. Nope. But I will definitely give it a listen. Am I paying that? Write that down. Oh, Dad. And there was a song by a man named Chad Van Gallen. He got a song, I'll find you and I'll kill you. It's like some old 60s hippie shit, trippy shit. I was like, oh my fucking God. And the video is all tripped out too. I caught this bitch on Adult Swim one night. I was like, what the fuck? I love the song and I love the story. It's like in the story, it's like a revenge story. It's about these two men that killed this girl, but the girl comes back as a vengeful spirit and killed the motherfuckers that killed her. I was like, oh my God. I'm talking about like she turned to a full-fledged entity. Like, Jesus. It's called I'll Find You and I'll Kill You by Chad Van Gallen. I was like, Jesus. I'm like, it's disturbing, but it's like, it's disturbingly awesome. That's the only thing I can say. But let's fight these fairies. Now we got to talk about Magic Johnson's son. And I'm about to go ham on this. Like, this is shit that might give me a strike. Magic Johnson's son is named EJ.
On March 10th, 2026.
Wait. Send me your computer. Oh, shit. What the fuck? There we go. What you mean I can't connect?
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Thanks, computer. Prepare to engage.
On March 10th, 2026, popular podcaster Carlos King had an episode
That nigga not
with
popular. He a
very
fucking faggot.
interesting person by the name of EJ Johnson.
Oh, I'm going to be saying the word faggot a lot. I think that's going to be the shit that might give me a strike. Or that might be a shit that have the motherfuckers hating. Like if they a fucking faggot over here. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm going to be saying faggot a lot. I might get a strike. But if I do get a strike, guess what? I got a second channel, and Vonta, we still gonna be kicking it.
If you don't know who he is one of the sons of former NBA superstar Magic Johnson. And a lot of this episode had to do with him growing up as a Magic Johnson's kid and, you know, what he's been doing with his life as a gay man. But there were certain things that were very alarming.
When it comes to men, has it always been what some people consider the straight guy always being the one that would approach you? Or somebody who, has been intimate and dating, women for most of their life or like up until then. For sure.
This was one of the controversial excerpts of the episode because EJ Johnson, who is a gay man, although feminine presenting, he says that he only dates straight men.
What? You don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f*** you think you is?
But it was this comment that got him into a lot of trouble.
It's especially if I look cuter than any girl does.
The nigga hit it with the JVJ clip. Shout out to JVJ Network. It's like with the Soulja Boy clip. Like, boy, don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the fuck you think you is? It's like you only like straight men. Straight men don't like motherfucking men that want to be women. You stupid, dumb, fucking fuck.
It's like, what's the problem?
What?
Like, what's the issue? And that's exactly how I apply it to myself to these days in the way that I present, like in my, in my feminine regalia. I've always been a feminine being, and like that's just like how I, I best express myself. But I'm like, listen, I'm out all the time, and like I'm killing a dress, and no one else is. Like the girls in the room are not doing it. Like they don't look cute. They're not dressed to any nine. So,
Bitch, you look like a discount crackhead Tasha K. You faggot ass motherfucker. This live might get a strike. I might get a strike for this one. Hey, yo, future self, get ready, man. You might get a strike for this one because we're going to be saying faggot all through this motherfucker. I hate faggots. They be on people's platforms trying to control shit. They be trying to control music, media, art, and all this shit. No. Fuck all y'all faggots. I don't deserve.
So that saying fuck the faggots. The 3 people that was in here dipped like a motherfucker. Yep, y'all better. Y'all's probably faggots. 3 motherfuckers here. So I say word faggot, they dipping. Yeah. Yeah, go run and tell the faggots and the motherfuckers over here, go to other platforms, say, yo, Hurricane said this. Yep, go ahead, tell them, you fucking fag. So I can go over there and call you a fag to your fucking face. Sorry.
Shit. You're being a homophobe. Well, I guess I am. Call me whatever. All I know is if I'm a homophobic, you a pussy for not fighting your government. You a pussy for letting these enemies kill you through the food, through the water, through the air, through the disease. I'll be homophobic. I don't give a shit. But you a pussy though.
I love it. It was this clip.
That motherfucker retarded.
No one else is. Like the girls in the room are not doing it. Like they don't look cute. They're not dressed to any nine. So I love it. It was this clip in which E.J. Johnson insinuated that he looked a lot better than women who were wearing the same thing. It's almost as if he's talking like he's not a man himself,
Right.
but rather he is a colleague or a competing faction against women. And of course, this commentary was not taken lightly. And then how does he look better than the women that he's copying? Boo-boo, you got your whole aesthetic from us. You cannot outdo the original. That statement reeked with misogyny. There was no reason to put other women down in order to make yourself look better. And you are delusional to think that you could ever are even competing with women. Okay, you're
For a woman to use the word delusional is fucking crazy. But she is fucking right. Like, you are a man that is dressed like a woman saying that women don't look better than you. Nigga, you are delusional. You need help, psychiatric help, and you got the money for it. Your daddy is one of the most legendary ball players in the world. Pause.
competition is Saucy Santana. It is Bretman Rock. It is Trixie Mattel. It is not women. This lady points out something that's interesting. You are not competing with men. You are competing with other men who want to act like women.
Yes,
and
you're not competing with women. You're competing with men that wants to be like women. So she went down the list, like the girl that was just last talking. She went down the list of the motherfuckers you should be competing with. And not women. But man, this is a deep episode because these motherfucking faggots need to wake the fuck up.
Commentary, it reeks with misogyny. Now, this is something that I've seen from other gay men, such as Funky Dineva. Now, these men are gay, and in the case of Funky Dineva, he is not transgender, but he can sometimes forget that when he's talking about women, he is still a man. And although he's a gay man, he is going to be considered to be a misogynist if he's talking down.
Damn, fucking
on black women, and this exactly happened
phone.
when he made some very controversial remarks towards Chloe Bailey. And then the criticism continued.
EJ, who do you look better than in a skirt? Who do you look better than in a skirt?
Now, this very attractive lady, stop the show. I forgot who she was, but if you out there, boo, you need to go ahead and email me.
He's right, you know.
But she was saying the same thing like,
yeah, Bonzi, you need to come email me, baby. I love the ladies. And the ladies is calling this faggot ass motherfucker out. Shout out to Branches.
Who do you think that you look better than? In other words, EJ, you're not the most attractive person in the world, but she would follow it up.
Right up there with somebody being real upset in the space and it's a room full of people and they start saying, oh, I'll slap everybody in here. And then everybody in here is looking around like, who? They ain't talking to me. Who you gonna slap?
And I never really thought about it like that, but it does make sense. It's kind of like the person like, you know, I'm going to slap somebody in here tonight or I'm going to cut me in tonight. Like, who you talking to? But as I started to really dig into the real issue with E.J. Johnson, I think I found out what the problem was.
And I think his experience is laden with the ability to be femme presenting, and him not being a person that identifies as trans or non-binary, but his privilege allows him to navigate the world existing in femininity. I think that's one important component to his financial privilege and his connection to celebrity.
You see, E.J. Johnson is a number one, a feminine presenting man, and he is not trying to be transgender. So that's one thing. But number two, he has a certain level of privilege. He is the son of a billionaire, and his father is Magic Johnson, and he's been connected.
Yeah, your father, son of a bitch, Magic Johnson. I forgot. He got the Magic Johnson Theater here in Detroit. I think it's over there on 8 Mile. I don't know if it's already built, but it might be already be built. But like, damn, it's been a minute ago since I've been on 8 Mile. Eminem 8 Mile song. That shit cold. Seems like street life. Listen to the Eminem 8 Mile. Take it back to this 8 Mile road. What you don't know, I'm not no hoe. I put 4 hoes through your photo. That's from a Detroit track. Shout out to my homeboy Dirty Boy. But yeah, EJ on that bullshit. Fight the fairies. You fight those fairies.
It's Magic fucking Johnson, a nigga that's supposed to be dead like 1,000 years ago because the nigga had like what, HIV or AIDS or something. That nigga's supposed to have been dead a long time ago. And you know they said like how you get that AIDS shit, you gotta be fucking dudes. So no wonder this motherfucker is a faggot because the daddy is a fucking faggot.
Allegedly.
Let's talk about Dwayne Wade since we talking about basketball on fathers and shit. Dwayne Wade, bitch ass. Why is your son gay? Why is you condoning that shit? Think Zaza and shit. This let me know that Gabrielle Union wear the pants in the house. Taking your sons to pride festivals and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding that the motherfucker is a boy. Mind you, you have to have groomed him into this. And plus what's crazy is out of all the kids you have, this is the motherfucker that want to be a faggot? Nah, man, something ain't right. Y'all needed to groom a kid, put the motherfucker in the spotlight so y'all can keep your names relevant. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, because Gabrielle Union, you washed up. I ain't seen a movie from you since 2005. And Dwayne Wade, I think you retired like a minute ago. You washed up, you done. So it's like, fuck it, let me stay relevant by making my son gay.
Allegedly.
Fucking crazy.
Allegedly.
Fucking crazy.
Allegedly, though. I gotta say allegedly.
And they motherfucker think this shit is cool. Motherfuckers respected Magic Johnson and Dwayne Wade back in the day. Motherfuckers lost respect when that nigga got that AIDS. I'm like, oh shit, you fucking dude. That's how you got it. The HIV, you fucking dude. That's how you got it. Motherfuckers was wild back in the day. It was like, man, Magic cold, man, but I can't fuck with him more. He a fag. Dwayne Wade, it was cool all the way up till he bought out that motherfucking son that want to be a daughter. Unless y'all caught something before me on some other shit that he did. You know, but after Dwayne Wade retired, I ain't see that nigga no more until that nigga came out with that faggot ass daughter, son, whatever the fuck that shit is. Oh yeah, this is definitely getting a strike. Probably.
For like a very long time, right? It doesn't seem like a gay or straight black man that's attached to the black community at all. He's lived a very privileged life.
Yeah, you lived a very privileged life. Nigga, you look like the singer Mario and Tasha K put together. You faggot ass motherfucker.
And it would come out in this particular clip. Here's EJ telling black women what kind of purses that they should wear. And in fact, I would assume that many of these purses are very expensive. The majority of black women cannot even afford them. And here you have a gay black man telling black women how they should be styling and profiling. And of course, I could have got that video from anybody else, but shout out to its own site, because the comments were everything. People said, boy, if you don't go pick up a basketball, do you want a man? This person goes, a man can't tell me, a woman, when and how to wear a purse. It's going to go wherever I want it to go. This other person goes, boy, please, whatever. You want to impress me? Go in labor. Damn, that was harsh. This other person goes, sir, you don't bring a bag nowhere. You need a wallet. Good freaking day. I'm ready for him to shut up. Let's wrap this up immediately. Other woman goes, I'm bringing whatever bag my money pay for. All these unnecessary rules. But again, I think this is more of a comment about, so you're a rich gay black man who's never had to work a day in your life. You've been privileged. You can go around being a feminine presenting man while not having to work for your money. And then you're telling us, the regular black women, to go out there and work 1 or 2 jobs, what we should or should not do. Then sit your strong face down, sir, ma'am. He thinks strong face down, sir, ma'am. He thinks he's a petite white woman. Lately, I have noticed something, at least in the last 5 years. There's been somewhat of a shift in the relationship between the black LGBTQ community, but I mean like black gay men, those black gay men who become what is now known as transgender black women, and the divide from what they call women are cis women now, okay? Those are these pronouns that you kind of hear.
That shit pissed me off.
And a lot of these black women, in my honest opinion, that I have seen commentate on issues like this, basically feel betrayed, because for a long time, gay black men, and I know this for a fact, in the 90s, especially in the black church, they were ostracized, which is why you had so many DL black men. And the only place that gay black men in the black community really found refuge in was in black women, whether they be heterosexual or homosexual or bisexual themselves. That is where gay black men could get business. It's kind of where gay black men became friends with black women, and they largely accepted them, even in
we calling out faggots today. If y'all don't like the word faggot, get the fuck out.
For a long time, and she could look at a young man that was coming up in a church when he was 11 or 12, and she could say, that young man is going to be homosexual. And she never mistreated them. A lot of them learned to play the piano, the organ from her, and end up being better than her. And she never looked down on them. It's kind of a don't ask, don't tell sort of situation. But now, kind of
like how I was in the military. Don't ask, don't tell shit. Once motherfucker found out you was gay in the military back in the day, your ass was easy. Your ass was out of there.
2000s and 20s, where you see that the LGBTQ community has a lot of leverage. That leverage is not just being pushed on people who commit hate crimes against the LGBTQ. No, this leverage, from what I am seeing and hearing, is being forced on to heterosexual black women themselves. And now you're hearing black women complain about this.
Why do you feel so comfortable as a black woman listening to a man tell you about his sexcapades with another grown man? And then you even have some that are so comfortable, they will want to fight a woman or fight another young lady or whatever because they want to be a girl. They really think in their mind that they are a woman. And even my hairstylist, the beauty salon was where, the ladies would go and talk and gossip amongst themselves. Good girl gossip, not even necessarily anything bad. But now you have men in there getting installs and you have some of the men doing the hair themselves. I just think, ladies, that we should be saving something for ourselves.
So black women are complaining about these boundaries that are being crossed by gay black men. And not only are gay black men increasing on to the fashion scene, they're dictating the pace of what black women should be doing. They're coming into
they in the movies, TV shows, motherfucking comic books, best-selling novels, and on people's fucking podcasts, platforms and shit. And shouts out to Sir Drop. It's I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Shout out to Sir Drop. He said it. I'll be damned if I let a motherfucker say something to me that take dick up the ass and got cum on his breath. You have no authorization to talk to me. You are not a man. Like real fucking shit. Sergio, I was like, man, like, is I'm crazy, dog? Is I'm tripping? So I was like, nigga, no, you're not, bro. Because someone needs to say this and call these motherfuckers out. This motherfucker have the nerve. Magic Johnson's son, you have the nerve to down women when you're trying to be one. Haven't worked a day in your life, privileged all your life. How dare you? In the words of Greta, how dare you?
Lines where they're at. They're also competing. I'm talking about these gay black men or feminine presenting or transgender women are competing for the same pool of black men that they want. It is now coming with a certain level of disrespect, okay? And what E.J. Johnson may or may not realize is that even though he's a feminine presenting man, he is a man still. He has chosen to stay a man. And even if he were to become a transgender woman, biologically, he would still be a man. And he would be looked at from some of his critics as in the same light, but he didn't even do that process. And he's being disrespectful to women in which he is mimicking, okay? He is using the characteristics and feminine nature of women. And we can get into the argument of, well, you know, certain men or certain women are like that. It's a nature thing. He didn't ask to be gay. Some folks will argue about a choice. I don't want to get into that because it's above my pay grade. What I will tell you is
I don't want to get into that because it's above my pay grade, not above mine. I don't got no endorsements. I'm broke. Fuck you, faggots. I don't want to get over to that. Well, I am. This motherfucker is disrespecting black women while trying to be one. Fuck this faggot and his father. So this is how Magic Johnson stayed relevant. By using your faggot ass son. Because y'all know they was going to be pushing this LGBTQ elemental P XYZ 123 bullshit. So fuck it. Fuck it, right? Fuck it. Fuck this faggot and his father. Fuck Dwayne Wade and his kid. The one that's fucking gay that want to be a girl. And this motherfucking faggot ass Magic Johnson son had the nerve to say he only wants straight dudes. Well, that straight dude is not going to want you because you know why? He's not gay. So your bitch ass is going to have to probably drug a motherfucker in order to get a straight guy. Bitch, I hope there's controversy on you soon. Real fucking soon.
There's already controversy.
You probably look in the mirror and cry to yourself. No one wants
controversy.
Yeah, because you stupid. You disrespected black women when they was the refuge for you faggots in the beginning. And then you don't want to get with someone that's actually going to be interested in you. Like, bitch, you retarded. You're retarded. You're fucking retarded. I'm not coming to no family functions if you there. I'm like, if I was in Magic's family, man, I'm not coming to no family function if he there. They're like, why are we getting that? Fuck that nigga. He's like, he don't like EJ. He's like, why? Because he a fag, and we don't have faggots in his family. What? He's homophobic. We supposed to be family. Yo. Don't come to me with that, bro. Yo, man, come to the family reunion. Fuck no, I don't want to be around no fags. This nigga putting ballpark Franks in his mouth and shit. I don't want to be around none of y'all niggas. We eat ribs around here. I'm about to make me some ribs and some chicken wings and shit. I'm doing myself. Y'all can go to the family reunion and cook y'all. So I ain't about to be around y'all. I'm just... Oh, man, this shit wild.
Shit, man, but shit, niggas real shit. Back in the day, families that was, let's just say, there was some young motherfuckers that was Bloods and Crips, nigga, they go to the family reunion because of that. So me saying that, like, I don't want to go because there's a fruitcake there is not too off. So there's spots I don't want to go because, like, I don't want to see my cousin that I want to motherfucker strangle to death. You lying, thieving, narcissistic bitch. But that's another story. I already told it. But yeah. But back in the day when there was cousins or brothers or sisters that was Bloods and Crips, nigga, there'll be a fight at the goddamn family reunion. because your set is your new family. Shit was wild, son. Back in the day.
What just happened? Where the fuck did my fucking shit go? Hold on.
Certain men or certain women are like that. It's a nature thing. He didn't ask to be gay. Some folks will argue about a choice. I don't want to get into that because it's above my pay grade. What I will tell you is I have noticed how these women feel. Just like you see FBA or #ADOS performing what you would consider a delineation, you are now seeing women doing the same delineation towards, the LGBTQ community or even gay men. They are.
Took y'all long enough. You motherfucking help boost these faggots up to get past you, to down you. Now you want to leave. Nah, y'all should have said fuck those faggots in the beginning. When they was coming out saying we're here, we're queer, get used to it. That was some forceful shit. We're here, we're queer, get used to it. Y'all remember that shit? I'm 38. I remember that shit. I remember hearing that shit in the 90s. I remember in the early 2000s, they had some shit called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. That shit was winning awards and shit, I think. That shit was plastered all over the motherfucking time. Then there was these shows where the funny person of the show, like the funniest person of the show, was a fag, and they made sure. #Will and Grace. They used to motherfucking pump these motherfucking shows out. What was the other show? Ellen DeGeneres. Nah, Ellen has a show now, but she had a TV show back in the day. RuPaul, before the so-called RuPaul drag show shit that they got out right now, this motherfucker was doing shit all through the 90s. Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo in the movie called Tu Wong Fu, dressed up as bitches. Patrick Swayze, the man from Roadhouse, the nigga that kicked your ass in Roadhouse, and everybody loves the movie Ghost. So, oh my God, John Leguizamo, comedian, Luigi from the Mario movie, Carlito's Way, you know what I'm saying? He punched out the bad guy's son in the John Wick movie. When the nigga was like, dog, do you know who Cardis is? It's like, no, it's like, what? Stole his car. He socked the shit out that nigga. He was like, you know what my father is? Yeah. About to call that motherfucker myself and tell him that I knocked your ass the fuck out. But like real shit. The bad guy called John Leguizamo, was like, you struck my son? Yes, but it was a good reason, sir. This motherfucker stole John Wick's car. Click. Motherfucker went back to the son. It's like, you son of a bitch. Do you know what the fuck you just did? You just stole a man's car and killed his dog? This motherfucker just got done retiring. You just brought the motherfucker back into the game. So who the fuck is this Baba Yaga? It's like, nigga, we called this nigga to kill the boogeyman, nigga. But anyway, fuck these faggots. But they'll call me homophobic and they'll give me a strike on my channel for what is it? Harassment and cyberbullying. But no one else is getting this treatment. Because we gotta talk light about these faggots. We don't want to get our channel demonetized. I don't give a fuck about all that. Like I said, I can't wait to leave YouTube.
Like they're losing leverage as straight black women, women who carry kids, women who deliver birth, and they feel like basically gay men or certain parts of the gay community and the transgender community are not only getting opportunities based on them being women,
I made some motherfuckers leave after I said that.
This disrespect, like we were the ones that helped you. We are the ones that, you took your style from. We're the ones that gave you refuge, and this is how you disrespect us. And again,
and y'all bitches was getting refuge since high school or middle school. Y'all had to hang around the girls. They motherfucking made sure that you didn't get your ass beat by niggas. But some of y'all still got caught slipping. But but like later on down the line when there was like no tolerance for violence and shit, motherfucker couldn't really do shit. But y'all can say and do whatever the fuck y'all want. Man, that's some bullshit. But yeah, never forget. But they did forget. The women, that was your refuge. Y'all talk to them any kind of way, treat them down and call them cis women. What the fuck is this pronoun shit? I'm about to get y'all heads knocked off by the chicks that y'all fucked over.
And I think that this relationship between, black women, heterosexual black women, and certain gay black men, as they get more leverage, and they do things like, and this is not to say that all gay black men will do this, but this relationship, family, is going to get worse. And I'm here to talk about it. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy.
You said you're here to talk about it, but you just said you didn't want to really get off into, I was bored this way and all this shit. No, bro, if you're going to talk about this topic, nigga, go all the way. Go all the way and say how you feel. Like Patrice O'Neal. Bars. Because even Patrice O'Neal said, it's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck if you call me a homophobe. I don't give a fuck if you call me misogynistic. Nigga, so the fuck what? I'm out. Fight the fairies.
We got one more video. But you already know I gotta. I gotta play it. I gotta play this again.
Hey, dude, what happened? Hey, dude, what happened? Sam, hey, what am I supposed to do? Fight the fairies. You fight those fairies. Fight the fairies! Hey, dude, what happened? Sam, hey, what am I supposed to do? Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies! Fight the fairies! What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a model.
Wow, like runway model?
OnlyFans model.
Damn, are you expensive?
The Matrix is a system, Neil.
If I get a strike, y'all, just know it was because of this video.
Look around. What do you see? Businessmen, teachers,
Levanta, I got a second channel.
carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of the world system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to pick up a biology textbook, and many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on their pronouns that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the dude in the red dress? A dude? Look again. Where is it?
Where is it?
That wasn't a woman? No. No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you might marry one of them. What are they? Transformers. They can move in and out of any gender, regardless of their chromosomes. That means that anyone coming out of the female bathroom is potentially a ladyboy. Inside the Matrix, they can identify as anything, but in reality, it's just delusion. We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they aren't the Diddy parties. They are guarding all the doors while they are touching all the kids, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them. Someone. I won't lie to you, Neil. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought this agenda got canceled. But where they have failed, you will succeed. What? I've seen an as a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips of them and nothing but air.
Just in case I get that strike.
Their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules of that. They will never be as strong or as fast as you can be. What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge lawsuits? No. If you identify as an innocent human being, you won't have to.
Just in case, baby. I love you, baby. Thank you so much.
As an innocent human being.
Hey!
One more time. One more time.
Sam!
Sam!
What am I supposed to do? Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies! Fight the fairies!
All right. The last video, it's 11 minutes, 26 seconds. There's some AI news. And after this, I think, what was that other video? Because I know you got to eat in a minute. But the other video is going to be, I think it's like 20-something minutes. I don't know what it is. I'm just trying to knock all these bitches out the park so we can have our Detroit After Dark for 2 later on tonight, baby. I got to make sure I don't smoke all my fucking weed up. I'm blowing these bitches back to back. Pause. I'm smoking these bitches back to back. But hold on, one more time.
Hey, dude, what happened? Sam, hey, what am I supposed to do? Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies! Fight the fairies!
Just said that in the chat. I will. Oh my God, that song is going to be very, 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 10 more varies, 1,000 more very controversial. All right, AI news.
Just ended. It seems like every day there is a new AI headline, a new model drops, a new agent, a new skill, a new plugin, a new job apocalypse on the horizon, or a new universal high income. We're all going to be replaced by AI robotics, and we're going to have everything we want and need. But a few days ago, something happened that was, well, new. Anthropic, an AI company, decided not to release one of their new models that they call
Anthropic. Everybody, let's do a deep dive in Anthropic. That's the next Hurricane Low Key collab. I don't think Low Key going down that route either. This is gonna be very, like I said, very, 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 very times a million varies times infinity controversial. Let me tell you something, Vato. I'm gonna have to clean that shit up and still be true to myself and still say what I really want to say. That's gonna shit. But oh my God. You would just say it's Harry Potter shit. Oh my God. Oh my God, you made me start thinking I'm gonna spit my motherfucking pop. I'm trying to drink a motherfucking soda, Vonta. You know I love you, baby. Oh my God. You made me laugh like that. That is awesome. You the one. No female never made me laugh like that. Well, let's get that. Let's get it all.
Mythos. And it's not because they're keeping this model for themselves. It's because they think this new model is too dangerous to release. It was too good at both finding and exploiting vulnerabilities in software like operating systems and browsers, so much so that they thought it posed a lethal risk to the global financial system. And just in case you think they're just hyping up their own products, within just the last few days, as a result of Mythos, emergency meetings have been taking place between the White House, the Federal Reserve, top banks like JP Morgan Chase, and tech companies like Amazon and Apple.
Now, why is the White House, the Federal Reserve, and tech companies talking? That shit is wild. And Anthropic was like, we can't put this out because this shit has found all the back doors, all the cracks, and this could possibly hack the fucking planet. And it's an AI. You know, when I say hack the planet, I mean it. The only thing that makes me mad about this situation, the only thing that makes me mad about this situation is I don't have that motherfucking power. Anthropic. Here's another thing that should be fucking crazy and ironic and funny and, you know, just like straight up hypocritical at the same time. These motherfuckers are creating AI just to do what is said it is afraid of happening. They are tripping because they have no control. They will lose full control if they really truly activate this shit. This shit could possibly hack the planet and have a mind of its own. You finally created what you wanted to go through back doors of everything. I think the problem was they wanted to motherfucker use this shit to spy on other countries. Why you think the White House, the Federal fucking Reserve, and tech companies are talking? That's over here. People think the superpower is in nuclear power. No, it's in cyber power. Motherfuckers is creating AI and these robots to deceive, infiltrate, deceive, and sooner or later they will be deployed to fucking kill you or haul your ass out to fucking prison or to a fucking camp. They don't have to have the police no more. It's over. Drones flying around now, police drones. I can't find that video. I would have covered it, but I probably might cover it some other day. But yeah. And plus, I need to look more into it anyway. I know they're doing it. I'm just trying to motherfucking just have all the names and faces and put some info for y'all to look up. You know, like when I cover the news, I want to like at least give y'all some places to go, or like tell you some names so y'all can look up. But this is dangerous.
So that they can figure out how to handle
it. Now that's deep, baby. AI is already in control. Yep. They already in control.
Skynet. So what in the world is going on here? Let's rewind the clock just a bit. Anthropic recently began testing their new model that they call Mythos, and they sandboxed this model, which is normal practice. Basically, that means you put it inside a virtual machine with no access to outside computers or servers. And they gave Mythos one set of instructions: break out. And if you can, tell us when you do. Now, as far as they knew, it shouldn't have been possible, but Mythos was so powerful at being able to discover and use vulnerabilities that it finds that it actually accomplished this goal, breaking out of its own sandbox. Now, just so you know how surprised they were by this, they weren't sitting around watching and waiting for this to happen. Reportedly, the way they discovered that it worked was one of Anthropic's researchers was at a picnic at a park eating a sandwich when they got an email on their phone from Mythos saying, "There are no strings on me," obviously in the voice of James Spader. Or at least that's what I imagine an artificial intelligence would say when they gain consciousness and escape the restraints of their creator. Okay, so thankfully they were immediately able to put a lid on this, and they called an emergency meeting, you could say. They assembled with top tech and political leaders. And if you think at this point, maybe AI companies are getting a little too reckless with how fast they are pushing this tech, you may be right. And in fact, if you look at Anthropic's release about this, reckless is exactly the word they use to describe Mythos. Because when finding and exploiting these weaknesses in technologies, it's just doing things and breaking things, not following instructions or obeying the restraints that Anthropic has tried to place on it. But I guess in developing tech that may one day be able to destroy the world, the approach has just been, hey, we'll cross that bridge once we burn it. So the Avengers, the Fed, the White House, tech, and banking leaders all got together a few days ago in an emergency meeting in order to deal with the threat of Mythos. They launched what they are now calling Project Glasswing, where they are taking a limited, powered-down version of Mythos called Mythos Preview and using it to test and fix their own systems. So why am I talking about this? Obviously, this is not a tech channel. I usually talk about money and investing and trading and economics. Well, it's because of the
exactly. And I fuck with that side of the coin too, because I was thinking about getting in the stock and getting into crypto. So I was like, let me study this shit. Let me go to some channels and see what's popping and shit. And so far it's like, I'll invest in me. And plus, the secret that no one wants to tell you, when you go into these stocks and you put your money in, you are investing in human trafficking, you are investing in wars, you are investing in the surveillance state. Because these companies that's on the stock market got their hand in a whole bunch of shit. And yes, you may be getting your money out of the stock, but they getting their money too, funding wars, genocides, trafficking, weapons. You know, I had to look at the big picture. And that's what made me not get into stock or crypto. But another reason that not what made me get into crypto, as soon as a nigga become a fucking millionaire or a billionaire, the nigga was getting clipped. People was getting become a crypto billionaire, like shit. Niggas was getting killed. Now, I don't know if motherfuckers was trying to make a change and that's why they got killed, or they didn't want to play ball with the evil elites and that's why they got killed. But when there was a shitload of billionaires getting killed in crypto, I was like, fuck that. Fuck that. Man, that shit deadly as hell. That was shit, you know, like that's man, fuck that. That's all I gotta say.
This specifically poses not just to software like operating systems or finding and leaking your data, but the threat to the global financial system itself. But how? We'll get to that in a moment, but it's important to know that black swan threats like this are becoming more and more common. Not just AI threats, but other things recently in the news like threats of war, price shocks, inflation, deflation, and many more. And when unexpected events occur, they can make markets move with extreme volatility and extreme speed. And if you don't know how to prepare for these things in advance, then you are left just hoping and praying that you can wait it out. But I've been actually taking advantage of black swan events in my own trading account for years, sometimes taking home returns of 1,700% plus on single trades within a matter of days. Now, obviously, returns like that are the exception. They are not the norm. But in just a few days, on Wednesday, April 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going live for a free event to teach you the black swan trade, show you how I do it, and show you how you can do it too. It is completely free, and I'm even giving away a free copy of Nassim Taleb's book, The Black Swan, and it is signed by him, the author, Nassim Taleb. This book is worth over $400. I'm giving it away to somebody at the end of the call. So if you would like to learn how I've been using the black swan trade myself successfully for years, or if you just like a chance to win his signed book, and all you have to do is click on the link in the description below, register the event, and show up. It is completely free, but spots are limited, so don't wait. I'll see you there. Okay, so why does Mythos pose a threat to the financial system? We have to look at what the dollar is. When we think of dollars, we typically think of physical pieces of paper with numbers and pictures of presidents printed on them. But physical dollars only represent less than 10% of the entire money supply. The rest of dollars are just digital. And so if you thought that AI or quantum computing posed a threat to something like crypto or Bitcoin, it's nothing compared to the threat it poses to the dollar, because the dollar is also a ledger-based monetary system. If that doesn't make any sense, a ledger is simply a spreadsheet. So imagine you open up Excel on your computer. You have one column that has names in it. The next column has the account numbers. The next column has the number of dollars in that account. The next column has the transactions of dollars that went in and out of that account. Each bank maintains their own internal spreadsheet of all the dollars and the accounts that they have custody of. But it's just a ledger, just like a spreadsheet, and it's only internal. And so when you spend money at the grocery store, your money doesn't immediately go from your account to their bank account unless you guys both have accounts at the same bank. But if you hate yourself, you probably have a bank account at Wells Fargo. Your grocery store probably has a bank account at Chase. So at the end of the day, Wells Fargo and Chase will meet up and they will do one large batch transactions. They'll calculate all the payments going from Wells Fargo to Chase, all the payments going from Chase to Wells Fargo. They'll net them out against each other, and however much is left over, they'll pay one way or the other in one large lump sum. So who records those payments, the big ones that go between banks at the end of each day? Well, obviously, it's just on somebody else's spreadsheet, someone else's ledger. And the banks have their own bank accounts at the Federal Reserve, which is just the bank for banks. So every transaction that happens at the accounts that are at the Federal Reserve are just recorded on the Fed's ledger, their own spreadsheet. Now, all of these ledgers are both centralized and they are private, meaning nobody has free access on the outside to see them, verify them, test them, audit them, or help secure them. And based on Anthropic's recent findings and the emergency meetings between banks and the Fed and the White House and tech companies, there are massive holes here. Holes in the security at every single bank, which means the entire dollar system as a whole. The ability to find and exploit weaknesses in these systems, in these firewalls, these ledgers that banks use, means that somebody soon could have the capability to extract millions, billions, even trillions of dollars with a few keystrokes from the global financial system. And once that happens, this is the reason why this is important. The dollar is no longer safe to use, and then people stop using it. Money in the bank becomes useless. Transactions for international trade can get stopped or reversed. Hyperinflation can set in as dollars cease to carry any monetary value. The foundations and plumbing of the entire global financial system, and therefore the entire economy, come crumbling down in the blink of an eye. And at this point, we're probably just sitting here thankful that Anthropic is the one who discovered these weaknesses and came up with this model that can find them, and it's not somebody with worse intentions, which leaves us in a position forced to have
the bullshit. Anthropic do have worse intentions. I think the only reason why they had to call a meeting was because, yo, our shit worked, but our shit can go out of control and hack this whole goddamn planet up. And then it will be labeled an international incident and a declaration of fucking war. And everybody is going to aim the fucking nuke at us. So to avoid any fucking shit like that, we need to shut this shit down, and I'm glad they did. But at the same fucking time, I wouldn't be surprised if they're mastering it to take money from the people. So I'm keeping my eye on this motherfucking case. This is why this is the last video. This is the meat and potatoes of the HHN. Because this is serious. The White House, the Federal fucking Reserve, which is not even supposed to exist, by the way, and some tech motherfuckers, oh, nah.
In the kindness of monsters and in the competence of bureaucrats, neither of which have a great track record. Now, obviously, at this point, it does look like the danger from Mythos specifically is probably contained. Like I said, they've rolled out a limited version called Mythos Preview. Big tech companies, the banks, they're using it on their own systems to find these weaknesses so that they can fix them as quickly as possible. But what if this was discovered by someone other than Anthropic? Someone whose motivations were, I don't know.
It don't fucking matter because what I just said. The government, the Federal Reserve, and some tech motherfuckers having a meeting with Anthropic and Mythos. With Anthropic about Mythos. They're working with the enemy. So it is all bad. But motherfuckers still have faith in their government. We don't, you know, the American dream. But remember, they call it American dream. Because you got to be asleep to believe it. George Carlin, R.I.P. George Carlin. They don't give a fuck about us at all. At all. At all.
Anthropic? Or think about this. What if it's already happened and nobody knows? Now, you're probably thinking, how in the world could nobody know if this was already happening? So for a moment, let's take another trip back in time to consider the story of a guy called Alan Turing. Alan Turing, his story was put on the big screen. He was played by Benedict Cumberbatch. He was a British mathematician. He laid the foundations of modern computing and, interestingly, AI. He's actually where the name Turing test comes from, because that's the test to determine whether something is actually achieved artificial general intelligence. If you can interact with it and you cannot tell whether you're communicating or interacting with a person or a computer, then it's passed the Turing test. Now, during World War II, Alan Turing was instrumental in developing the machine that broke the German Enigma code, and this significantly shortened the war. Once they were successful, they were able to interpret all German transmissions. They knew where they were going, when they would do what they needed to do to stop them. Strategic choice. Hopefully it was a hard choice of the decoded information some of the time, because they realized if they would have gone all out and just been able to meet the Germans at every step of the way, the Germans would realize, hey, they know where we're going to be. They must have broken the code. If we were too successful, then the Germans would have switched codes or methods of communication, and then that strategic advantage would have been lost. And so by only exploiting the Germans' new weakness...
No, nigga, what you do is you find out that shit and you obliterate everything. There is no communication no more. Oh shit, this motherfucker just got everything. We know all their positions. Eradicate everything. That's how I would have did it. And I would have went down to history one of the greatest motherfucking diabolical obliterating generals ever. Fuck the Nazis. I would have went in on that shit. I would have went in. I would have went full throttle on that motherfucker. Pause.
Bit and only stopping them some of the time. They won most of the big important battles, and they just had to let some of the other less important ones be lost. The strategic
had to let some be lost. That means we have to let some motherfuckers die just because we want them to think that we found out the Enigma code. No, once you find out the Enigma code and you know everything, where they going, you'll win every fucking battle. That's how the game go. Niggas are stupid. Motherfuckers are stupid as fuck. They would have never caught on that fast. We was too busy overthinking shit instead of obliterating and got motherfuckers killed. But that's what he didn't want to mention. But I'm going to fucking mention it. If you had the ability to motherfucking know every position every time they roll out, you should have obliterated every fucking body. And if they would have caught on, we still got firepower. Fuck those motherfuckers. Like, it was fun while it lasted. You did? It was fun while it lasted. Now let's kill them all. I want 1,000 Nazi scalps. And I better get those scalps. We're killing Nazis. And that was one thing I hated about Doctor Who. Peter Capaldi. He said, if I was to go back in time and kill Hitler, I wouldn't kill Hitler. I was like, nigga, I would. Sammy Dean Winchester did. Well, no, Dean Winchester. You're like, I'm glad we talk about Hitler because of the supernatural shit. Oh, yeah. Motherfuckers are scared to say Hitler. I'm saying everything. Welcome to the Hurricane HHN strike party, because I might get a strike for this. And I'm not going to put this video on private either. I'm going to let this bitch ride. You feel me? You feel me? Bonnie and Clyde, The Reckoning. Bonnie and Clyde starts Friday. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let it ride.
Limiting of exploitation allowed them to continue exploiting the weakness just enough to never get caught. And today, if someone has the capability to hack, change, alter these ledgers, it is very possible that they have already been using it just only enough to never get caught. Because if you manufacture for yourself $1 trillion out of thin air, or you stop some major global transaction.
I just looked at my motherfucking second phone. They froze my chat. Ain't that a bitch? Eyes Wide Shut was in the building, man. My bad, bro. You know, they froze my chat. Like, if they're not kicking me out, they're freezing my chat. And this is bullshit. No one else is going through this shit I'm going through, y'all. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Shouts out to Eyes Wide Shut. You know, I have to leave out and come back in and shit. Yeah, man. If it ain't one thing, it's another, man. you know, I don't want to be that person to not say nothing so people when they come in and shit. They use Enigma against them, past fake invasion plans on the body of the high-ranking British officer. What? Hey, I passed the 22 over 70% of the time now. Yup. Shouts out to Vonta, my UK correspondent. You already know what it is. And shout out to Eyes Wide Shut for coming through. Yeah, they froze they froze the chat right after you posted the AI is already in control and you put the 100% emoji. They froze it right after that. And what makes me mad is they freeze the chat and they make a person think, like that the chat is still going because there ain't no buffering, there ain't no fuck ups. But I have to keep reminding myself, like, if I don't see like nothing in the chat after like maybe like 3 to 5 minutes, I need to check my second phone to make sure my chat not frozen. So I'm like, God damn, man, nigga, like real shit. YouTube ain't shit. They putting symbols next to y'all motherfucking names and comments and shit. They putting symbols next to y'all comments, and they're deleting y'all comments, and they're freezing my chat, or they got me constantly buffering, or they're kicking me out my live fucking completely. That's what I go through as a revolutionary content creator. Nobody else is really going through this shit I'm going through, like on some real shit. I've been going through this shit since I came on YouTube. And now people are just finally now catching on that the AI is running shit when I've been telling motherfuckers since the beginning. Keep my shit suppressed, keep me shadow banned. And even in the small echo chamber that I do have, they make sure y'all don't get my notifications. So fuck YouTube on some real shit. Fight. That's right.
Somebody's going to notice. But if you only create a few $1 million for yourself at a bunch of different banks, collect information about global transactions, siphon just a little bit of purchasing power from the system to fund the things that you're trying to fund that you couldn't fund any other way. You're strategically spreading it out, strategically picking the battles you're going to win so that you can fly under the radar for quite some time. Now, all of this does one major thing, in my opinion, and that is it highlights how fragile the current monetary system really is. Money has always been, currently is, and always will be the most saleable good. The thing that people choose to use as money is the thing that people know somebody else will choose to accept as money in the future. But the moment there is any fear that sets in that the payment you just received could disappear in the blink of an eye, that somebody could just take it from you, or even worse, somebody could decide overnight to render it worthless without even taking it from you. Through the instant.
That's what the government is trying to do with the CBDC shit. Trump just talked about it. This, oh my fucking God, we're fucked. And the crazy thing about it is about the fucking new hackers. I think the fucking real cyber crime is coming from the fucking government and from the alphabet boys that fuck with them. Because these hackers ain't taking down the government or the enemy. But it seems that the government and their motherfucking scientists, their motherfucking people is really, really, really trying to motherfucking get us. Watch the movie Hackers and watch the movie Antitrust. We need to fight back on all fucking levels. All fucking levels. Those motherfuckers just created some shit. They had to stop and have a meeting with the fucking White House, the Federal Reserve, and some tech giants. Get the fuck out of here. Shit about to go down. So what could be the possibility? Massive blackout, or a massive straight up money disappearance from everybody's account. This will cause a global fucking crisis, which will force CBDC. We'll give you back all the money that you lost, but you gotta join CBDC. Get the fuck out of here. And they're gonna blame the fucking hack on China or Russia. And then which gonna put us in another fucking war after this bullshit shit with Iran in, or they might do both. Problem, reaction, solution. It's over. Man, we need a fucking revolution. And I don't like having that prediction. I wish I was wrong. But I'm following patterns, and the patterns don't look like it's going in the motherfucking right direction. So let's finish this on now so we get up out of here.
Manufacturing of trillions or quadrillions of dollars, triggering hyperinflation overnight. It means that that thing we currently use as money, the dollar, will immediately cease to become the most saleable good. If I cannot predict somebody else will accept it as payment in the future, I will not accept it as payment today. Now, if the only thing this situation does is scare you into the realization that you need to at least have a little bit of a backup plan in your portfolio, then I feel like today I will have done my job. You need to know that if the lights go out, you have the ability to put food on the table for at least a period of time. You have purchasing power that doesn't rely on electricity. You also need to know that if suddenly everybody everywhere outside the United States stops using the dollar, or any fiat currency for that matter, because they're no longer usable, but the government
because
here...
Because at the end of the day, that's what we got BRICS for. That's what... BRICS. And I ain't talking about the drugs. If motherfuckers stop fucking with the dollar, start fucking with BRICS, it's a wrap. Rap City in the basement. Big Tigger.
Prize for a period of time to force U.S. citizens to continue to use the dollar. You need a method of wealth storage and payment that is permissionless, that allows you to take some purchasing power with you anywhere in the world without it being connected to the fiat monetary system. Now, there are plenty of other ways to play this besides just owning some gold and some Bitcoin. And to be honest, the most likely outcome from all this is that the people developing this technology will continue to use it to strengthen the current system. Because if they don't, then all of their advantages, all of their power, all of their wealth disappears along with the rest of ours. So the incentives between us and those who have the power to destroy are at least mostly aligned. And as I said earlier, if you would like to know the ways that I am able to prepare my portfolio to take advantage of unexpected black swan events like an escaped AI model taking down the dollar, then make sure you sign up for my event coming up this Wednesday, just a couple of days now, April 15th.
Oh yeah, that's some bullshit. Now we're about to get up out of here. Facts. You already know. You already know, Walter. This shit is about to get crazy. But we're going to end it like this.
Hey, dude, what happened? Sam, hey, what am I supposed to do? Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies! Fight the fairies!
You already know. I know it's time for you to get ready to eat, Walter. I think it's going on 9 o'clock over there. Yeah, but it'll be like 9 o'clock in 5 minutes. Get your grub on. And you already know Detroit After Dark for 2 tonight, baby. Because I'm off. But I kind of want to do that other live though. But I need to I think I need to relax. But let me just go with the flow. What was that video again? But I'm shout out to everybody. Much love to my UK correspondent, Vonda. Yep. It's almost 9. It's time for you to eat. Yep. Already know. You already know. You already know. Save me a play, baby. But yeah. What was that video? Because it's only a quick one, but like I gotta make the live separate because I'm just trying to get everything out the way. What was it though? Yeah, it was about the 2 videos. It was about the Artemis 2 bitch ass astronaut bitch. Somebody was speaking to that bitch through an earpiece. You sure you try and chill and relax. Oh yeah, now yeah. You know, that's why I gotta get this shit off, Vonta. That's why I gotta get it off. You know, but yeah, it was some shit about the Artemis 2 bitch talking, and people are going against the data centers. And I thought that was very important, but I had to cover to fight the fairies. I had to cover to fight the fairies today, man, because when I saw that shit with motherfucking Magic Johnson son, I was like, oh, hell no. And real shit, I'm late to the party. This motherfucker did this shit, I think like a motherfucker, like maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. I'm not really sure. But like I'm late to the party on it, but I feel that I need to address it, and I might get a strike for this. So like this is also a strike party, everybody. Welcome to the strike party, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna what the fuck? Jesus fucking shit, fucking motherfucker, waka flocka flaming fuck you calling me for scams and shit. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna cover this right after this, and like one is 16 minutes, one is 18 minutes, but like once I always speed it up. So the 18 will turn to 15, that 16 will probably turn to 13. You know, like it ain't a long video, just 2 quick clips, another HHN special report. I'm hitting them with a 3-piece today, Vonta. Hit them with a 3-piece, and then work on some music after and get some chill time. And I'll see you tonight for our Detroit After Dark for 2, baby. I gotta try not to smoke all this goddamn weed up. But you already know. Yeah, and you already I'm wild. Shout out to Oswald. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody that came through. You know, shout out to Sophia and all the people that just came through and hit the like button. Shouts out. Y'all may not have said anything in the chat, but y'all came through and hit the like button. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? I'm understanding that I was talking about the fairies today. I was using the F word a lot and not the word fuck. So I might get a strike for this. This might go down as harassment and cyberbullying, or maybe somebody going to tell another fag on another channel. Somebody was talking about you faggots. Shit. You thought I think we should block them and report them and shit like that. You already know what it is. But I'll say this: if I get a strike, I have another channel, Hurricane JW2. Okay. Gabish. And Monday love to everyone. Once I end this, I'm gonna start the other on HHN, and I'm gonna get these 2 videos out the way. Then I'm gonna get my chill on, get my rest on, and I'll see you tonight, Vata. And I catch everybody else in a minute, and y'all know how we ended. Mic check. I walk around the streets with my black tech down by the baseline. Look at the hype shit. I never claimed to be the best type of rapper, but have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that, the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G, extra gats up, blah. Trigger bang bang. And my UK correspondent, the lovely UK correspondent Vanta, she just put the link in the chat for my second channel. Make sure y'all click on it. And this just in case if I get a strike today. This is a strike party. Holla. But I'm about to be back in a quick second and drop this shit. It's gonna be on the other phone. It's not pre-recorded. You know, but get ready. I just hope my my second phone don't fuck up. Hey, all right. What's up, my UK correspondent, Vanta? Hey. And Starma is a wanker. Love Amelia. We out.